Village of Hainesville regular board meeting will now come to order at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, September 25th, 2012. If everybody would please rise and I'll lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Linda Soto.
Present.
Trustees Dernoski.
Here.
Kreese.
Here.
Duberstein.
Here.
Barrett is not here. And Jerry Daly, Trustee Daly is not here. Washington.
Here.
Actually, Trustee Barrett phoned a little while ago. He's just running late, so he'll be here shortly because we will need him for a majority quorum for an item we're voting on under business. Trustee Daly is attending a family reunion function. If I could have approval of tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustees Dernoski.
Aye.
Kreese.
Aye.
Duberstein. Aye. And Washington.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, now we'll move on to public comments. Anybody that wants to make a comment should have filled out a form that's in the back. We do have one from resident Ted Mueller, our former mayor. Ted, why don't you approach the mic? We'll still make you repeat it for the record. We'll make you repeat it for the record.
Ted Mueller, 318 East Catherine Drive, here in Hainesville, that is the former mayor. Since during the meeting, residents are not permitted to enter into the discussion, I'd like to discuss on the video, discuss my feeling endorsed toward video gaming. Actually, one thing I want everybody on the board to consider is no matter what kind of revenue we got to get from this, which is going to be small because the state gets the biggest money, it all comes from lost money.
Yeah.
And if I put mayor and it came across my desk, I would veto it. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Ted. Okay, is there any other public comments? Going. With that, we'll move on to the omnibus vote agenda. We have a motion for approval.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Was that Jenna?
Yeah.
Thank you. Trustees Dernoski.
Aye.
Kreese.
Aye.
Duberstein. Aye. And Washington.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, we will move on to announcements. I have a few. Just to report, at the last board meeting, I had stated that I was going to attend with staff MFT class, that's motor fuel tax money, and state statute only permits you to spend that money on certain specific items. And so I got hosted a free training program. Number one, like many government organizations, they have numerous forms. And so we went over their numerous forms because if you don't fill out the right form or you don't put a check in the right place, they will kick it back to you. But also we went there to learn about more creative ways to use MFT funds for future planning. So overall, it was a beneficial day. And so I think we all got good information. The treasurer and clerk got information for record keeping and finances. And Public Works Superintendent Jeff Gately and I got good information for other possible uses of MFT funds, should the need arise. Also, on September 17th, I attended, you may have seen in the papers, September 17th, by the way, was Constitution Day. And they had a naturalization and oath ceremony at the Round Lake Beach Civic Center. And Judge Ortiz was the keynote speaker. He did an excellent job. And it was 100 people that were in attendance that took the oath to become a United States citizen. And we had, out of those 100 people, representation from 35 different countries. So it was really quite a neat ceremony to witness to and to be able to shake everyone's hand. So if you see those types of ceremonies in the future and you can attend, I encourage you to do so, because you're welcome. It's open to the public. Also, we have some new literature out in the foyer, and we're going to link it on our website. Past couple years, sad to say, I've been talking to many residents that have been struggling to keep their homes because of work layoffs and underemployment. And the state of Illinois does have a program. There's flyers, both in English and Spanish, out in the foyer about Keep Your Home in Illinois. There's actually a workshop that's taking place Saturday, October 13th in South Holland. But there's also a website, which is www.keepyourhomeillinois.org, and also a hotline to call. And then also, there's also another website, Illinois Hardest Hit. That's www.illinoishardesthit, all one word, .org. So if you or you know a relative or friend that is struggling, I encourage you to please have them seek out help. A lot of people I've talked to, they're deeply embarrassed. These are a lot of good people that are hardworking people, and they've been raised, as I think most of us, if not all of us in this room, it's usually if you fall on hard times, you pull yourself up by the bootstraps and you keep going. But things have been hard. There are programs out there. It's not going to bail you out entirely, but it will get you redone with your mortgage so you can keep your home. So look into these programs if you can. So spread the word, and we'll put the links on the website. One other item of note, within the next month or so, I'm happy to say that we'll see the Widener property will have a new owner. McMahon Construction is purchasing the property. They currently operate out of Mundelein. They've been in business over 30 years. Very good business with an outstanding reputation in financing. They came to the property already pre-approved by 2 different financial institutions. They specialize in fire, flood, and what's the other?
Restoration.
Yeah, there's another type of restoration, but it's not a construction company that you're going to see backhoes and that type of equipment. They typically have all the fans. They operate with strictly pickup trucks and vans, so no large equipment, because if that was the case, that would require a special use. This is a permitted use for the property. They plan on paving the parking lot. They will be putting a fence up for that area and improving the looks of the property and doing landscaping, and they will be renovating the house and turning that into a commercial sales office. So you'll see that property greatly improve. So we're pretty excited about having them come into town.
Is this an additional office for them, or are they moving from another?
They're moving. They have been renting, and they want to own. They will be immediately operating out of the garage, and then there's quite a bit of restoration work that will have to be done on the home. They also will be with our recent water main project. There's a B-box right outside the home. They will be tapping into the village water system and paying the appropriate tap-on fees. Okay, is there any other standing committee announcements?
Yes. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
We are having a village-wide cleanup on October 13th. It's a Saturday morning from 9 to 12. The village will supply trash bags and gloves and water, and so you can come and get it and clean up around your area, the open spaces around your area, or you could come and help with the common areas such as down Hainesville Road and around Cranberry Lake. It would be helpful if you sign up on the website so we have an idea of how many folks would be willing to do this, but it's a a good project. It's in the fall, so it's not going to be as hot as when we've done it in the summer. And we really need people to be willing to help. And kids can help, all ages. We're anxious to have everyone working on this.
Just a side note, Georgie, I will be happy to know that Jeff and I looked up, we found some safety vests, economy safety vests for volunteers, so if people working near Hainesville Road or 120 will have visibility vests to be wearing.
That's right. Great, thanks.
Gary, you have an announcement?
I have an announcement this morning. I don't know how early anybody gets up in the morning, but on Channel 7 ABC News, that they have a weather and traffic report. And this morning they have Rosberg has I Love My Car segment. And this morning the feature automobile was Don Otto's police car.
No, the fire car, the 9/11.
Yeah, 9/11.
9/11 memorial car, yeah. We had that on display here at our 9/11 board meeting and at Hainesville Fest, so that's pretty cool. Sorry, I missed it.
And I didn't take it either.
Oh, I hope somebody did. Hopefully Don did.
Yeah, hopefully they called me first and let, I just happened to be watching it, and there it was.
Any other announcements?
We set the date for the holiday mixer for December the 1st from 2 to 5:30. We'll be here at Village Hall. We will have entertainment as well as Santa will be paying us a visit, so everyone stop by for that event.
Probably there's the first season, right?
Yes.
Okay, we will move on to business. First item up is a motion to accept the bid from Jetco Limited for the water tank recoating project to include a 5-year extended warranty, sandblasting containment, and coating upgrade for $228,255. Before we move on, though, I want to give Rick Lieber the floor. Rick is sitting in Greg's chair. Rick is from Manhart Consulting. He is part of our water operation team, and he is the guru of all water towers. That's what I refer to him as.
Oh, that's stuff to live up to.
We had the bid opening this past Friday at 10 a.m., and Rick was there, and so he helps us go through this procedure, and he's going to explain some of the details, because we have some items to understand, and kind of we're changing our game plan slightly. So you have the floor, Rick.
Okay, thank you. As you said, the bids were open. We received the base bids along with alternative bids, extras that we looked at including for the project. We got what I consider, based on other projects that we've seen just this year, we got good bids, or at least the good the good low bid.
The good low bid set our
the good low bid, yeah.
There was one we got that put me in a cardiac arrest.
It was the first one we opened. It was significantly higher. So, the change that we'll be adding to the base bid is the containment for the sandblasting. What we're going to do is we're going to blast all of the paint off of the outside of the tank, the existing tank, take it down to bare metal so that there's no what I'll call contamination of the coating that's going to go on there. That was, I think, part of the issue that happened last time, and so that's what we'll be doing with that. That containment will make sure that all the blast material, all of the paint that comes off, is all contained right at the base of the tower, basically, and then it can be vacuumed up and hauled away. So there's quite a bit of blast material that's used, and quite a bit of paint and blast material that'll come off that tank. So that'll be a positive. The second thing that we're doing was we had initially asked for a 10-year extended warranty, and the companies do not provide 10-year, or their bond companies, I guess, will not let them